So the first stock that I will be sharing with you is Orion Minerals. So Orion Minerals, it's a junior mining company that is currently developing two projects in the Northern Cape here in South Africa, and these are copper projects. So the first project, or their flagship project, is Priska Copper Zinc Mine, which is in the Northern Cape. They are currently engaging with Glencore for funding, which is estimated to be around 200 to 250 million US dollar. They are actually bringing a mine that was closed back in the days due to lower copper prices. Now they are trying to resuscitate that mine. They're trying to bring it back to life, to production. And if all the negotiations with Glencore goes well, the mine says that they will be producing their first copper concentrate this year in December. So their second project is also in the Northern Cape province, and it's Okip mine. They are also busy there looking for funding and also improving the project economics, which is a good thing. So they are not yet producing, but they have actually good assets, good copper assets there in the Northern Cape. And as you guys know, copper is in demand for electrifying our global economy. With the increase of the growth of the AI, we're gonna need a lot of energy, and of course that energy will need a lot of copper, because there's no AI without things such as data centers that actually they are the core engine, or they are a part of the AI growth. So those data centers uses a lot of power, which needs electricity. So, and also the adoption of electrical vehicles, for decarbonizing the world, that will also need a lot of copper, because as we now trying to adapt new clean sources of energy such as wind, hydropower, and solar energy, that will need a lot of copper. So the copper demand, it's going to continue to increase, and the demand is increasing more than the supply, because we need to develop mines each and every year. With the current demand of copper, we need to produce, or we need to develop a producing mine each and every year, a big producing mine each and every year. And that is impossible, because it takes almost 17 years to develop a mine from exploration stage up until to production. So that means copper demand, or the copper bull market, will continue. Hence you see now the likes of these junior mining companies, Orion Minerals and other copper mines, the prices are increasing because the copper prices are increasing. This stock, I bought it at 19 cents, is currently trading at 45 cents, which is great. Now let's take a look at the profit that I made so far. I haven't sold the position. It's still open, it's still an open position, open profit. So let me just show you on my holdings here. So this is Orion Minerals, as you can see here. This is my position. I purchased the stock around 19 cents, and now the current trade price, you can see this is the current price, the closing price as from Friday. I'm doing this video on Sunday, on the 1st of February. You can see the previous price was 45 cents, but I bought this thing at 19 cents and I acquired over 1 million shares. And my purchase value, I spent 200,000 rand to buy these shares of Orion Minerals, and currently I am up 137%. That means that is a 275,442 open profit. I haven't closed the position. It's still open profit. It's still fluctuating there as the price goes up and goes down. So this is the first stock that I wanted to share with you. So the learnings from this is that if you want to make money into the stock market, you need to buy shares of good companies while they are still experiencing challenges, or companies that you think in future they will actually do well based on what they are currently doing in terms of their business model. And you need to buy those shares while they are still trading or selling below the intrinsic value, or while they're still very, very cheap and no one is actually looking at them. Most of the investors are ignoring them. that is the best opportunity to start accumulating and buying those shares. All right, now the next company that I want to share with you now here, it's called Jupiter Mines. I think I've talked about this company in my previous videos, and it also has done well, and it's listed in Johannesburg, Australian Stock Exchange. Sorry, it's in the Australian Stock Exchange. You can see here SX. But it's available on EasyEquities, because the broker that I just showed you there, it's EasyEquities. You can see here currently the stock is trading at 27 cents. Back in the days, I think it was trading around 17, even 15 cents before Ivanhoe Mine, which is our major mine here in South Africa, bought shares of the mine that is owned by Jupiter Mines, which is CP and Manganese. Because Jupiter Mines, their business model, they are more focused on manganese, and they own TP and Manganese mine, which is here also in South Africa in the Northern Cape province, and they own 50% of that mine. And then now Ivanhoe last year bought that mine, that bought the other 50% of that mine. They spent around 11 billion rands to acquire shares, and then they also bought 20%, around 20% of Jupiter Mines. So they own 20% of Jupiter Mine, which that is Ivanhoe. So hence the share price of the stock now went all the way upward ever since Ivanhoe was involved into TP and Manganese mine. So I've also made some money here ever since I bought the stock. Let me quickly just show you on this account here, which is the EasyEquities under Australia, because EasyEquities, you can have a portfolio here in South Africa, Australia, in Europe, in US. So this one is my portfolio under the Australian Stock Exchange. You can see here I'm up 39% with an open profit of over 5,000 Australian dollar. Let's just go to holdings just to show you the stock. This is Jupiter Mine here. I'm gonna click on Jupiter Mine for more details. You can see here my average purchase price was 19 cents, but currently it's trading at 27 cents, which is actually good. And I've acquired over 50,000 shares, and my purchase value was 10,925 Australian dollar, but the current value now, due to share price appreciation, it's around 15,539 Australian dollar, which means my open profit is around 4,600 Australian dollar. That is great, that's good. And also within the same portfolio, there's another stock that I bought, but I didn't make a video and share this stock or share this position in this channel. It's West African Resources, which is operating in Burkina Faso. So this stock is operating in Burkina Faso. They are mining gold there, and they recently finished constructing their second mine in Burkina Faso. That means now they will be ramping up production, producing over 400,000 ounces per annum. So already I bought the stock last year around December there. So you can see the stock already is up 28%, and my average purchase price was at 2 Australian dollar and 88 cents, but the current price now is around 3 Australian dollar and 70 cents, and I managed to invest 2,970 Australian dollar, which was around 34,000 rand if you convert that into rands with the exchange rate at that time. And currently the profit is at 28%, which is also good. And I'm gonna hold the stock because gold is currently in a bull market now, which is also a good thing in terms of making money. But these are all open profits. I haven't closed these positions. So now let's go back again to check to show you. I want to show you another stock that I bought, and I also shared the video in this channel. It's Ivanhoe. Do you guys still remember Ivanhoe? Ivanhoe Plants, which has a huge copper mine in DRC. They also have developing a platinum mine, biggest platinum mine here in South Africa, Limpopo. And the stock last year, it was hit by some bad news. I made a video about this because one of their biggest copper mine in DRC, it was hit by what we call a seismic event. It's more like an earthquake underground, which destroyed infrastructure and destroyed a section of that mine. A lot of a lot of areas there were damaged, and then the water flooded that area due to that seismic event. They had to stop operations, evacuate everyone out of the mine, and do risk assessment using their expertise guys, like such as the geotechnical experts, to assess the ground condition and be able to rehabilitate the mine to get it back again into production. So that took time. So that is a business challenge that they faced, and it takes time to resolve those challenges in a business. And then now weak holders such as traders and computer algorithmics that are trading, that will sell the stock once those news hits. Hence you see these red bars going down, showing the decline of the share price. And that was an opportunity for me, because that problem was not going to affect the performance of the company over a long term. We're talking about 3 to 5 years. So I acquired more shares around 11, it was 10.80 there, so it was around here, around 11 Canadian dollar. That's where I bought a lot of shares. Hence now you can see the price of this thing now, it's back to 17 Canadian dollar, which I am in profit. But this stock is not available on Easy Equities. It's available on Interactive Brokers, which is another broker that I use to access shares of companies that are not available on Easy Equities. Now let's quickly go to my Easy Equities, to my Interactive Brokers account. I'm using the web site here. It's a web login. It's not the platform, the actual platform where I use in my phone or to buy shares. It's a web one, this one. So you can log on the web. We can also log in on the app using your phone, or you can also log in using a trade workstation on your desktop or on your PC. So this is Ivanhoe Mines, which has operations in DRC Congo, a big operation of copper mine and a zinc mine. They're also developing a large PGM mine here, which has some byproducts such as copper, nickel, So as you can see here, currently my position, the unrealized profit, the open profits that I have in this position currently now, I'm up 57%. I bought the stock last year around June, because they had that seismic event last year around May, and then from May to June, July, their share price was actually going down because they had to lower even their copper production guidance for 2025 due to a huge section of their mine that was affected by the seismic event, and it was flooded. Then they had to close that section and do risk assessment and do rehabilitation there, and that takes time. So currently I'm up 2,925 Canadian dollar in profit. That is 57,000. So my initial investment in this stock, it was 4,500 Canadian dollar, which is over 60,000 rand. But already I'm up 57% in terms of open profit, and the share price is currently on a pullback. But I believe that on a long term, or a long period of time going forward, this stock will go up, and I will double my money going forward, which is also a nice good thing. Now the next stock that I want to share with you also, that I shared previously in this video, just to give you an update on how the position is performing, it's Wits Mine. Wits Mine, it's here in South Africa. They are developing a Kalo gold project, which they are saying they will be actually pouring their first gold this year, the first quarter, around March. And I bought the stock before they were even funded, because they were currently busy raising funds, finalizing their feasibility studies. So while they were still looking for funds, the stock was trading at around 1.5 cents. It was around here. That's where I bought the stock. It was even before it was being published by a lot of news channels after they got funding. So I bought it before they got funding. After they got funding, it was a bit popular now in South Africa that there's a new coal mine that is being developed. It's gonna create jobs. By that time, I already own the shares of this company. I have over 100,000 shares, because this is my entry point here. Currently the share price is here, and I've more than doubled my money, and I am happy with the profits that I've made. Let me just quickly share with you the position. And the stock is also available on Easy Equities, but when I bought it last time, it was not available on Easy Equities. I had to buy it using this broker now, which is known as interactive brokers. Let's just go to Wits Mine here just to show you this position. This is the position. As you can see that I own 125,000 shares. When they produce gold and start paying dividends, I'm gonna benefit a lot. So as you can see here, currently my open profit or unrealized profit, it's 7,398 Australian dollar. That is over 70,000 if you convert it into rands. And the profit that I've made, total return in this position, I've made 388%. So initially it was around 500%, over 500%, because you can see the stock is pulling back, but I'm still holding. I'm not selling the shares. I'm not scared of that pullback. It's just part of the market. They recently raised capital now by issuing shares to a private investor. So they raised around 30 million Australian dollar. So they raised 30 million in Australian dollar, so which is great for strengthening their balance sheet so that they can have more cash to develop the mine all the way to production without running out of cash, because that will be a disaster which will just cause the stock to decline crazy. So my average price, like I told you, it was 1.5 cents, and I acquired like 125,000 shares, which is almost 126,000 shares. I mean, the cost, I only invested 1.9, 1.9 Australian dollar, but that 1.9 Australian dollar has made me 7,000 Australian dollar, which is good. And it was even more than that. It was around 9,000, close to 10,000 Australian dollar before the pullback. But now we are on a dip. I can add more shares if I want. If I don't, I can just leave it like that, and let it grow. So I invested less money, but I'm currently up with a lot of cash, which is good. So I'm quite happy with that. My portfolio it has quite done well, both on interactive brokers and also on easy equities, as you can see here. So if you look at my portfolio on interactive brokers, which buys stocks that are not available on easy equities, it has quite done well. You can see unrealized profit in US dollar, that is 11,706 in US dollar. So if you convert it into rands, of course, using exchange rate of around 16 rand, you can see now that is quite a huge profit. And my size of my account is over 20,000 US dollar. And I'm growing these portfolios consistently by investing into these good companies that I think they will do quite well over time. So if you look at the performance of this stock here, actually the one that is on interactive brokers, you can see the portfolio has been growing quite well. Look at that. This is where I started, which was in 2024 around August. You can see 2024 around August, but look at the growth of the portfolio over time. Up until now, it's been growing steadily upward, high returns, which is what you want to see when you are building wealth through equities or through shares. So it's not only that one, and also easy equities have been doing the same thing. I've been growing my money consistently, so which is also a good thing to do when you are building wealthy. So with that, guys, being said, I think I've come to the end of this video. And the only thing that I want to leave you with is that when you see a quality stock that is facing problems into their businesses, and then short-term traders and the algorithmic traders, the computers, they will start selling the stock and push it down to such a point that that stock now it will be undervalued. The share price or the selling price will start trading below the intrinsic value, and that will create an opportunity for you as a long-term investor to start buying those shares and profit when that company solves that business challenge that they are facing. And then now the earnings will start to grow again, and the share price will start catching up, going back to its intrinsic value now. All right, guys, with that being said, I will see you in the next video, and happy investing. Enjoy.